Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be another video in the series of a narcissist's fears. And although we cannot diagnose what each individual narcissist fears, we can work on the characteristics of the disorder, the criteria of the disorder. We can go on the behaviour of narcissistic people to try and have theories on what narcissistic people fear. We can also work on those self-diagnosed or diagnosed narcissists, self-aware narcissists that tell us what they fear, to form an opinion, to form a judgment, to form a theory. This video is about the narcissist's fear of abandonment. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. When it comes to a narcissist, one of their criteria to be classed as on the disorder, which even if they're on the disorder, they might not have this criteria, as somebody would only need 5 of the 9 criteria. One is that sense of entitlement. So if the narcissist you're dealing with feels entitled to have everything they want, when they cannot have what they feel like they are entitled to, it questions their belief system, it questions their sense of entitlement, it questions their superiority. And when their world, their belief system is thrown into question, they don't want to face the pain of this. They don't want to face the pain of reality. So somebody abandoning them causes them pain, usually in a different way to how it causes somebody pain who cares for another. Nonetheless, it causes them pain. So it's one of their fears to be abandoned by someone. Another one of the criteria to be on the disorder is that requirement of excessive attention. Now, you could just be dealing with someone who just is entitled and requires excessive attention, who's not actually on the disorder. They don't have any of the other criteria. However, they have high traits of narcissism because their belief system is ruled with that sense of entitlement. Their belief system is ruled by that requirement of getting excessive attention. So when they're no longer seeking the attention that they believe they're entitled to, again, it questions their belief system. It questions who they are as a person. Narcissistic people often feel a lot of negative emotions. They can feel a lot of emptiness, a lot of unworthiness. They do tend to feel things such as shame. However, they just pass the blame over to remove the pain, to remove any feelings of shame. They pass the blame over to somebody else. Often why, if you leave them and go no contact, there is 2 very different sides to a narcissist. I shall link this video up here and in the description, which is the side where they will come and hoover you. Yet more often than not, when you've left a narcissist because you've had enough of their BS, so you leave the narcissist, and by BS I mean you've had enough of their belief system as well as the other words. When you leave them, because it questions who they are, they will come to hoover you. More often than not, once they've hoovered you, once they've sucked you back into their games, they're going to treat you like dirt, to throw you back out into the trash again, to chuck you back out, throw you away, discard you all over again, so that they can be the one who's discarded you. They're going to hoover you back in and keep you hooked just long enough until they can get their supply from somebody else. Either that, or they're going to smear your name. They're going to ruin your reputation, ruin your character. They're going to go all out to get those around you to look badly on you, so they don't feel shame for how they've treated you, so that you're the one that's taking all the blame for their behaviour. But they're also going to be getting sympathy from those around them. It's often the victim of a narcissist that's left without the help and the support. It's often the victim of a narcissist that ends up in therapy, that ends up working on their beliefs, working on their values, working on their passions, working on their dreams, and coming out better for it. Yes, it's a tough journey, it's a painful journey, but they do come out better for it. And a narcissist always evades going to therapy. They always evade working on themselves. They always just blame somebody else and move on to someone that's unaware of their behaviour. As they feel those negative emotions, they are seeking that supply. They are seeking that attention from people to feed them, to fuel them, to cover up their loneliness, to cover up their emptiness, because they're not creating these feelings within. They're creating them from external sources. So they need someone to give them attention, to boost their ego, so that they can escape those negative thoughts and feed in on those positive thoughts from other people. There's a big difference between a narcissist people pleasing, which is selling people an illusion, selling people a belief, selling people an identity of who that narcissist wants those people to believe they are, so that the narcissist can exploit those people to get their own needs met. And people who please others because they don't want others to feel pain, because they don't want to hurt other people's feelings. I shall link that video up here also. And when it comes to a narcissist, they do project a lot of themselves onto those around them. And projection is a mixture of their gaslighting, their blame shifting. So they are projecting their motives, their intentions onto other people, while blaming the other person for the narcissist's motives and intentions. Often why, if they hoover you back in and then they discard you, and if it's a partner, they've moved on with someone new, they're going to come at you claiming that you're the bitter one, when realistically they're bitter that you had the nerve to leave them. So they pulled you back in just long enough so that they could crush you and then blame you. And when it comes to a narcissist and their projection, because they fear abandonment, they almost create that codependency within you. Many people come away from that kind of relationship feeling like they are the narcissist, usually because the narcissist has blamed you for everything the narcissist is doing. So you're questioning their narcissistic behaviours within yourself that you didn't actually do, which shows you're not, because you're willing to look at yourself, you're willing to hold yourself accountable, you're willing to be wrong, you're willing to learn, you're willing to grow. Also, if you're thinking that you're codependent, you're willing to help people, you're willing to please people. It's all about wanting to know the intentions behind your behaviour. Always know your reason why, so that other people can't take your reason why away from you and manipulate you into believing what they want you to believe, what they want you to believe your behaviour is about, so that they can manipulate your behaviour, manipulate your emotions to get their needs met from you. When it comes to a narcissist, because they fear that abandonment, they create that codependency within you. They get people walking on eggshells around them. They get people pleasing them. They shower people with affection, attention and support. And then when the narcissist doesn't get what they want, they neglect you, they ignore you, they criticize you, they judge you, they rage at you. They raise you high to drop you low. They put you on that emotional roller coaster so you no longer know where you are, and you're getting massive hits of dopamine, that feel good chemical, and then you're getting massive hits of cortisol in the stressful times to deal with the stress, to handle the stress. You can end up with so many issues with your memory. You can end up in a state of hypervigilance, with anxiety, with your own fears becoming heightened due to being around a narcissistic person. You can then fear them leaving you because they've isolated you from support, from the people who do love and care about you. You can end up with many physical health problems. It's a very draining place to be, but you can end up fearing the narcissist abandoning you because of everything they've taken you to and because of the place they've brought you to. Narcissists get you feeling like you're responsible for everything that goes wrong and that they're responsible for everything that goes right, so that you don't abandon them because you're busy blaming yourself. However, they can use you as the scapegoat when they abandon you. Narcissists get you feeling like you will be nothing without them. They invalidate you at every turn to make you feel worthless, projecting how they feel into you. They can make you feel excessively emotional because of that roller coaster ride they are sending you through their rages, through their word salad, through their criticism, through their judgment, through their triangulation. They get you to a point where you do all you can to avoid conflict with them because you know it ends badly for you. They get you into that belief system of you're being the controlling one. They will tell you things like it's not all about you, because to a narcissist it's all about them. So they get you into that belief system where you believe you're causing all the problems, where you believe you're the one that's being controlling, where you believe you're the one causing all the arguments, causing all the difficulties. They get you working harder to please them, to feed them that supply of attention. And if they haven't got that attention coming in from elsewhere, be it children, parents, bosses, siblings, if they haven't got that attention coming in from elsewhere, they're going to do all they can to cling on to you. Often why narcissists can treat you better than anyone ever has to then treat you worse than anyone ever has. Narcissistic parents, when they haven't got a partner for a source of supply, a friend, a parent, they will go all out to treat their child, to spoil their child, to shower their child with affection, attention and support. And then as soon as that narcissist is getting their supply of praise from elsewhere, they will drop that child like a hot potato and move on, to then go back and pick them up again. And as a child is looking to be loved, looking to be understood, looking up to their parent, looking to be able to be vulnerable with their parents, to learn, grow and develop, the child often doesn't stop loving their parent, they stop loving themselves. And this happens with partners. Partners often don't stop loving the narcissist, they stop loving themselves. One of a narcissist's biggest fears is abandonment, which is why they treat you so badly. They're not going to get too attached to you, because if you abandon them, they've got that sort of protection up. They fear abandonment, so they're not going to commit to people for fear of being hurt, for fear of pain. They're going to go all out to control people for as long as they possibly can to get their needs met, while instilling that fear of abandonment within others, so that the narcissist can exploit others to get their needs met. And they have a lack of empathy to care for who they hurt along the way. There is nothing you can do to help these people. The more you try to help them, the more they will just take from you. Givers have to set limits, as takers never will. Learn your beliefs, learn your values, create your boundaries, and stick to them. The only people you will lose by creating boundaries is those people who benefited from you having none. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please do add those into the comments. I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description if you'd like to take a look at that. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.